If you have a Steam Deck and are looking for your next game, I've got you covered. Here are 17 games you shouldn't miss. What starts as a peaceful moment for Ori and their family quickly spirals into a heartfelt quest. A fierce gale separates Ori from Ku, a young owlet whose dream of flight propels you into the sprawling land of Niwen. Here, decay has crept into every glade. Your journey seamlessly weaves storytelling with action. Graceful leaps and dashes through silent ruins invite you to explore every corner, while expanded combat tools like spirit shards give your movements a sharp, new edge. It's a tender yet stirring story about the bonds of friendship. As an ever-shifting entity, you'll navigate a sprawling labyrinth of corridors that pulse with danger. Every step tests your reflexes, demanding a blend of agility and experimentation with a massive array of weapons. The story reveals itself subtly through the atmosphere of a kingdom racked with mutation. Each run is a balanced rhythm of risk and reward. By the time you emerge from the shifting halls, you'll feel you've mastered a living landscape that demands absolute precision. After centuries of silence, the protagonist, Yi, stirs in a world that is both sacred and shattered. This is a realm where ancient rituals meet advanced machinery. Combat flows like a deliberate dance where deflections and counterstrikes turn defense into a precise offense. Talismanic abilities let you mark foes and trigger bursts of power. It's a story of sacrifice and the cost of pushing beyond natural limits, with every encounter demanding your total focus. Guided by spiritual resonance, this is a lesson in grace under pressure. As a pilgrim warrior, you seek mastery over both technique and meaning. Combat feels like a dialogue. You read your opponent's intent and turn their motion into opportunity through positioning. As you grow, new stances deepen your rhythm and the environment shifts to reveal hidden paths. It's a memorable journey where action and narrative are completely inseparable. A vibrant, rhythm-driven adventure where every beat is part of the action. You guide Chai, a wannabe rock star with a mechanical arm, through a city alive with music. Combat and rhythm are perfectly intertwined. Every strike is timed to the beat, so chaining attacks feels like a live performance. Movement is fluid, from wall runs to grapples, making every fight a fusion of music and movement in a world that never stops moving. Mandragora thrusts you into Doom, a dark realm unraveling under a corruption known as entropy. As an inquisitor, once loyal to the king priest, a single act of defiance sets you on a path where law and ruin blur. Combat here feels weighty and precise. Every dodge and parry demands your full attention. Talismanic powers and arcane blades make each clash feel strategic. New talents open up previously unreachable areas, turning familiar corridors into fresh, rewarding challenges. Grounded takes a regular backyard and turns it into a massive, dangerous world after you're shrunk to the size of an insect. What was once ordinary is now full of unpredictable threats. You'll spend your time gathering resources and crafting gear from the materials around you, like turning defeated insects into weapons and armor. Even though it's just a backyard, the variety of biomes and hostile bugs means that exploration can turn into a fight for survival in a heartbeat. There's something deeply wrong with an abandoned TV studio where the puppets have started acting like lunatics. You play as a repairman pulled into a bizarre mess hidden beneath a cheerful shell. This is first-person survival horror with classic resource management. Ammo is limited and inventory space is tight. The puppets aren't just for jump scares. They create constant pressure, forcing you to solve environmental puzzles while staying one step ahead of the madness. This game throws you into a sealed, magical homeland where a young weaver named Bryn must navigate a world that reacts to almost everything. You enter this enclave to reclaim your people's history, and the mystery keeps pulling you forward. Bryn fights with steel and magic, and the combat is incredibly physical. Fire spreads naturally, ice freezes the battlefield, and telekinesis lets you turn the environment itself into a weapon. With the freedom to climb nearly any surface, exploration feels truly limitless. Jackal throws you into a smoke-choked 1970s Las Vegas, where mob violence and bad decisions bleed together. You're essentially a corrupt John Wick, tearing through crime-ridden interiors as reality starts to feel unstable. This psychedelic noir follows a hitman through deranged jobs that feel like a descent into a rotting world. Combat is chaotic. Kick down a door and turn every room into a blood-soaked mess. The The roguelike structure keeps the carnage unpredictable and incredibly stylish. Set in a richly layered city, Eriksholm follows Hannah, an orphan whose life is upended when her brother disappears after a strange theft. This isn't just a rescue mission, it's a deep web of intrigue and power struggles. The gameplay centers thoughtful stealth. You'll study guard patrols, master the play of light and shadow, and time your steps perfectly. From rooftops used as escape routes to overheard secrets, every challenge feels like you're truly outsmarting a fractured society. Continue your descent as a priest already scarred by horrors, dragged into a reality where sanity hangs by a thread. This game fully embraces aggressive old-school shooting. You'll tear through twisted monstrosities with a destructive arsenal. The standout Madness system pushes your abilities into darker territory as the carnage escalates. It's loud, brutal, and unapologetically excessive, a violent spiral that drags you further and further from reality. Set in the brutal summer of 1980, Walton City is collapsing under a zombie outbreak. But this isn't a typical mow down the horde fantasy. It's about keeping a fragile group of ordinary people together. You'll manage shelter survival and constant risk. By day, you scavenge for food and medicine, where stealth matters far more than brute force. Every mistake can lead to disaster. It's a personal, desperate struggle to hold on to humanity while the world falls apart. You are a retired veteran in the dystopian city of Mago, a metropolis plunged into chaos after a mysterious blackout. Armed with a massive prosthetic chain hook, you navigate vertical landscapes with fluid momentum. You're hunting for clues about the entity known as SANABI. The game blends fast-paced action with precise traversal, where combat and movement are one and the same. It's a personal story about survival and how far one man will go for those he loves. Step into the shadows as Malinois, the princess of the underworld, on a relentless mission to take down the Titan of Time. Unlike the brute force of the past, your journey is fueled by ancient witchcraft and dark sorcery. Every run through the ever-shifting underworld demands a strategic blend of magic and steel. With the help of Olympian boons and eerie incantations, you'll master a deadly dance of precision. It's a haunting, high-stakes odyssey where failure is just another lesson in your quest for vengeance. Saved from sacrifice by a shackled deity, you must repay your debt by building a loyal following in its name. This journey is a striking duality. By day, you are a charismatic leader managing a bustling commune of adorable followers, and by night, a crusader tearing through the lands of the old faith. Combat is fast and ritualistic, forcing you to cleanse rival heretics with varied weaponry and curses. It's a beautifully twisted balance of base building and brutal action, where your word is law. The final game in this video, Limbo, follows a young boy as he journeys into the unknown to find his sister. It's a journey through a cold, unforgiving world where silence is your only companion. The gameplay is a gripping mix of physics-based puzzles and deadly traps that require careful attention. Every missed jump or mistimed step leads to a grim end, but the atmosphere draws you deeper into its noirish mystery. It's a minimalist masterpiece that proves that horror isn't in what you see, but in what awaits you in the dark. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Have an amazing day, and I'll catch you in the next one.